And let's start off your morning with some good news, a glimmer of hope amid our fight against coronavirus. We're putting out data now on your screens there that suggests that the infection rate in India is in fact slowing down. That's a reduction in the R value, the reproduction value below 1 indicates that the infection is likely to spread slower than before. As we speak, data shows that India's R value has actually dropped now to 0.98. It was at 1.08 on March 5th, then climbed right up to 1.56 in the third week of April. It's been gradually coming down since then. The R value essentially, if I had to break it down for you and explain it in simple terms, indicates the number of people that one COVID positive person can pass on the infection to. And it's been below 1 in states like Maharashtra, Delhi and Uttar Pradesh. Let me take this across now to Sneha Mordani, who's joining us with more details on this. Sneha, good morning. Some good news. Does this perhaps indicate that, the worst is over as far as the second wave is concerned?
Akshita, good morning, first of all. And I think the word to be used here is cautiously optimistic. Because the reproduction value of an infection, essentially, that means the capacity of it to multiply from 1 to 2 or from 2 to 4 or then from 4 to 8. If that is slowing down, yes, it is a good indicator. But remember, what does this indicate? This indicates that the number of people who are testing positive, and that's the catch. Remember this word, testing positive. How many people are they infecting at the end of the day? Well, look at the testing in India right now. There is not an iota of doubt that there are several cases that are not going counted in India right now, which means that at least for the tested positive cases, if the R value is coming down, eventually you will see an impact of it in terms of the recorded cases slowing down in the country. The data that is given out by the government of India, there is going to be an eventual slowdown, if not immediate. In days and weeks to come, that's going to be felt. But in terms of the cases going uncounted, the burden of the caseload in the country is still extremely large. And that is something that we can't really lose sight of. Also, you spoke about R value. Let me also tell you about the positivity rate, for example. The government of India is talking about the positivity rate coming down at the national level. But there are more than 10 to 12 states that still have the positivity rate of over 25, which means that of the 100 samples tested, 25 people and more are still positive. The thing here is that, again, it only is taking into account the number of people who are going in for the test. You and I ourselves know of numerous people who are having symptoms of COVID and are home and are not even going for the test. They're just being treated as COVID-19 patients. So we can't lose sight of that fact. Also, the World Health Organization has said that to take some solace that the situation is coming under control, the positivity rate should be way below 5%. We're talking of 25% right here. So don't want to sound like so pessimistic at this point in time. The numbers are encouraging, but you're only looking at what you are counting. You're not looking at what you're not counting.
Look, there's good news and there's bad news, but essentially what we have to highlight here is that we are still very much in this fight against the virus, and we cannot afford to let our guard down, even if there's a tinge of optimism this morning. Sneha, thank you very much.